In 1902, Reverend Edgar J. Helms started Goodwill in Boston's South End to help his unemployed congregation. Families donated unwanted clothing, shoes, and household items. Congregation members restored the items and sold them at a weekly church bazaar. This cycle created job training and a weekly paycheck. Since 1940, the model in Jacksonville has been the same. Donors drop off unwanted items at Goodwill, shoppers get fabulous finds at great prices, and the dollars generated are used to operate Goodwill Job Junctions, career resource centers that offer free job training and placement services. But there is so much more to this story.
Goodwill helped me with an opportunity with employment when no one else would.
This is the story of Goodwill Industries of North Florida, Snapshots of History, 75 years in the making. March 8, 1940, Reverend H.T. Foley hosts a dinner at the Riverside Park United Methodist Church. That night, the congregation votes to start Goodwill in the church's Christian Education building. In September of that same year, we move into a small downtown storefront at 32 East Bay Street. Today, the property is the Jack's Chamber gateway to downtown. In 1949, the organization grows to a 3-story retail store and furniture repair shop. The building on Noonan Street remains recognizable today as home of the Financial News and Daily Record. During the 1950s, Goodwill expands to 5 locations, including a small corner store on Lenox Avenue. And in 1960, we break ground on the same property to construct a new 30,000 square foot facility, which continues to serve today as our corporate headquarters. The decade also ushers in the Boy Scouts Good Turn for Goodwill clothing drive in 1962. It ended several decades later, but then in 2014, the Girl Scouts revived the program.
Your donations to Goodwill help our local community.
Collecting donations to earn a patch, and soon the Boy Scouts did too. Also in the 60s, Larry's Family Shoe Store sponsors an annual back-to-school drive that summer. It's followed by high school clothing drives in the winter. The program has now transformed into Bag It Up, an elementary school initiative each spring that teaches kids about philanthropy, recycling, and working together as a team. The 1970s are best highlighted by Goodwill's increased assistance for people with physical and developmental disabilities. Grants provide vocational rehabilitation with on-the-job training and cafeteria work, small appliance repair, and office skills. In 1974, Goodwill would potentially suffer a setback when a major fire destroys 20,000 square feet of the corporate plant. But our consistent dedication to the community is returned in kind when Jacksonville rallies to replace the materials and provide warehouse space during the 6-month reconstruction. The 1980s, the decade of big hair, leg warmers. But for us, it's the start of sluggish sales and lukewarm profits. It was a time for change. So Goodwill starts formulating a plan to turn around the decline. The game plan of the 80s intensifies in the 90s. Bob Thayer is hired as CEO in 1995, and the organization aggressively expands its outreach to include anyone who is having trouble finding work. To fund this initiative, 1 donation center became 10, and sorting efficiency increased. 6 stores grew to 10 stores, and they all got a facelift, including a more appealing look and a donation drop-off. True to the mission, in 1997, Goodwill opened its doors to the very first Job Junction, a walk-in employment center available to all walks of life in need of work. Under Bob's leadership, from 1995 to 99, Goodwill's number of people served grew from 373 annually to 5,666, and revenues nearly tripled from $3 million to $8.7 million. But the new millennium was about to see the biggest change of all.
These stores are our daily telephone because the money generated is the financial catalyst that supports our mission.
Over the next 15 years, the store count doubles to 21, the donation centers increase to 18, and revenues grow from $8.7 million to more than $33 million. Operating at just 89 cents on the dollar, this financial growth allows Goodwill the opportunity to expand its services in helping people with barriers to employment. In 2007, Goodwill opened a commercial healthcare laundry facility that is now responsible for 7.5 million pounds of laundry annually and employs 80 people. And in 2012, we purchased LCI, a professional landscape company that employs 37 people. And we launched our e-commerce department known as shopgoodwill.com, an online bidding resource that allows local items to be sold online all over the nation, with the revenues staying right here in our area. But in 2013, it was the technical transformation of the job junctions that provided our greatest growth. New computers and state-of-the-art programs expanded the job junction footprint. Over 90,000 people will utilize at least one Goodwill service this year. As a result, the job junction team will place more than 14,000 into employment. With job placement being our highest priority, in 2014, Goodwill launched a partnership with Take Stock in Children. Through Take Stock, Goodwill started A-Step, a program that provides scholarships to deserving adults who can't afford higher education but have a hunger for that knowledge. Now clients don't just get entry-level jobs, they get better jobs. Through the years, transportation trucks have gotten bigger. The traditional thrift store has been updated. And the little black dress commercials,
The Little Black Dress,
have been localized by WJXT.
How do we do it all? We just donated to Goodwill. Goodwill provides jobs and job training for thousands of people in North Florida every year. Donate, shop, jobs. Good things for North Florida with Goodwill.
Today, we welcome you to our annual luncheon and celebrity fashion show, our signature event that showcases cool clothing at affordable prices. But more importantly, it's an opportunity to celebrate our achievers of the year. Each story is unique with one common thread. Goodwill services turned their life around. Thank you for helping us celebrate Goodwill Industries of North Florida, 75 years in the making.